Hey everyone, AJ here. So Optima Batteries asked me to check in on our friend Vaughn Gittin and see what he's up to during quarantine. So let's give him a call.
Hello.
Hey Vaughn, how's it going?
Wonderful. How are you, AJ?
Good, good. Well, I'm just hanging out and I wanted to give you a call and see what you've been doing and what you're up to, check in on you.
Yeah, awesome. No, I've been doing pretty well. I'm eager to get back at it like everybody else, but I've been using this time to hang out with the family, which is awesome. I have a 16-month-old son, so it's been a blast to have some unexpected time with him, and of course Abby, my wife. And I've been working my butt off in the home office, which is where I am right now, and then cranking in the garage. For me, I'm a very positive, glass half full type of person. So while everything that's going on is obviously not ideal for anyone, just trying to make the best out of it. And I hope everybody, including yourself, is doing that as well.
I mean, it's really the most we can do and just kind of take it day by day.
Yeah, and I've still been figuring out how to have fun. Believe me, this isn't going to stop my fun having. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I noticed we've got a theme going. I mean, I see the helmets in the back of you, and I've got quite the collection.
Oh, nice.
Here.
Cool. Yeah, no, I like you. Obviously, I've saved a lot of my helmets and a lot of my, key things. I've got a bunch of memorabilia in here from the years, and
That's awesome.
yeah, it's cool to just come up in here and reflect and dream a bit more, and figure out the next goals to chase down.
So what do you have in store for us today? Because I mean, I see you at automotive events pretty much everywhere, all over the world. So I want to see what you've got going on at home.
Sure. Yeah, I can take you down and show you the garage and what I've been doing, and maybe we'll toss a burnout out or something like that.
Hey, I'm all about a good burnout. How long have you been drifting for those
Since
people that don't know your history too well?
Yeah, I've been drifting in Formula Drift since 2004 and been driving competitively since 2002. I started in motocross as a teenager, and then I've always been in love with cars. And so drifting is just something that spoke to me. Being motocross and skateboarding and BMX, it was like skateboarding with a car to me, and I just fell in love with it. So this is like the showroom side of my garage. Very proud owner of Ford GT. For me.
Now, what color is that?
So this is leadfoot gray. So it's
Okay.
a custom color. I just wanted something different. I'm not someone that leaves anything alone, and I certainly didn't want to be painting the car myself. So did the custom color leadfoot. We did some custom RTR Tech 5 wheels on it. And other than that, it's stock. There's not many cars that you leave stock, but this is one that
That car you just do not touch. But I have to say, not only do I love the color because it's a timeless, classic, very elegant piece, but yet the name itself, Leadfoot, I mean, you can't go wrong with that color.
I agree. So right here, most importantly, is Gunner's car.
Love it.
Okay, so I drive that. It's got a little remote control, so he likes pushing the buttons to beep the horn. That's his favorite thing. He's like beep beep, and he just loves beep beep.
And I love that you're starting him young. He's getting the appreciation for all things automotive at such a young age, and he's going to take everything that you teach him and that you show him. I mean, these are priceless memories. So what you're doing is honestly amazing with him.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it and seeing him light up, and he's now asking questions, he doesn't say it, but when he points at stuff, he wants to know what it is. He's so inquisitive. This is a Harley, which is very special to me because it was my father's. I haven't done anything with it since he passed away about 6 years ago, but one day I'll probably drive it. Like I said, this has all been a work in progress and just got done. A couple little drift trikes just for fun here. You can see.
Oh, that's fun. Now, a drift trike. I'm not too familiar with those.
Okay, so it's got this wheel is basically just brakes, right? And then back here, it's got it's a go-kart motor with a centrifugal clutch, but the tires are a hard PVC.
Oh, that's so cool.
You just go cruising and slide around a bit. They both function like drifting, and so it's fun, for around the neighborhood and just playing in the driveway and stuff.
Kind of when you get the itch to drift, and kind of like what we're going through now. It's like, here's
yeah, perfect choice. Exactly. And then, so this car is a very special car for myself and for my RTR company. So this is it's got a little wild wheels and aren't the right wheels on it right now, but this is our first prototype Mustang RTR.
Okay.
So when we debuted this brand, this was the car that we used in all the marketing, did all the development, all the testing. So a very special car for me, which I actually gave to my father. And he made me promise that I would give it to my firstborn. So now I'm holding on to this until Gunner is 16, which it'll be interesting to see what he thinks about this when he's 16 years old, which is, 15 years from now. So
I know, but trust me, it's going to go by fast. But I mean, are you comfortable giving a 16-year-old a car with that much power?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, he'll be fine. I mean, you have a right foot, I think as long as he's trained right and, is a good kid and knows what's right and wrong. I think that my son will be good at it. So this is my 2005 Ford Mustang, and this is what started it all for me. I started, my involvement with Mustang. I grew up in the import world. When Ford debuted this body style car, I was like, wow, that is super sick. And then when I drove it for the first time, I was like, why am I just now experiencing a Mustang, at 24 years old versus, when I was a teenager. And, a lot of history with this car for me personally, just like changing of perspective and things like that. But also when I went to, drive this and drifting, fans and everybody thought it was crazy. Like, you're bringing an American car to this, import dominated sport. And obviously now, 15 years later, I have a great relationship with Ford. So this car obviously won the 05 USA vs. Japan, won the 2007 World Championship, and then I won my first Formula Drift round in 2008 with it. This is where it all started. So this is my S13, 240SX, Silvio, whatever you want to call it. So I built this car, so a lot of people might not know, or might know, but I used to be an IT nerd. I
had no idea.
Once a computer nerd, always a computer nerd. But yeah, I went and got Microsoft certified when I was 18. Very quickly got some pretty good jobs, and that's what afforded me to support my drug habit of cars.
Yeah, because it's not, the automotive world is not a cheap hobby, if you want to call it that. I mean, there's always something that needs to be improved on or changed, and it all adds up.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I got bit by the bug very early. I mean, my dad was a used car salesman. He always had hot rods, and he used to take me to drag strips and street races, and just really, I was born into it. And I fell in love with the sport of drifting, just kind of on accident. I mean, just going in parking lots and playing around, and then I saw the sport, and then started going to organized events, and really fell in love with it. So this was the result of that love. This was my first car that I built. I competed, trailered it on an open trailer to the first year of Formula Drift. Traveled all over the world with it, doing exhibitions and demos and things. And it's still here. I'm thinking about putting a Mustang EcoBoost motor in it one year. If and when I ever get the time.
It's probably one of my favorite types of racing to date. And the first time I actually went drifting was with Samuel Hubinette, the crazy Swede. And it was just, I thought, wow, this is just the coolest thing. And to be sitting in the car with him with everything going on. So I totally understand how you completely fell in love with that, because it just is such an amazing sport.
Yeah, it was. It's been incredible, and I'm still doing it, still very committed to it. But obviously, been getting into Ultra 4 pretty heavily the last few years. Nitto gave me the opportunity to do a race at King of the Hammers one year, and then after that, I just got hooked, and I built the truck, and now I'm teamed up with Lauren, who's the winningest driver in that series, and been having a lot of fun with that. And it's amazing how drifting translates so well to anything else. I mean, really, I chalk it up to motocross as being a huge learning process, and
so it's a great foundation.
Yeah, understanding there's no cage, everything is weight and positioning and managing weight. And once you get in a real car, all you're doing is managing weight with 4 tires and a steering wheel, right? If you break it down to its simplest form. Oh, let's step outside.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to drift my driveway today because I'm bored and I need a fix of adrenaline. And so I've spent some time revamping my Fox body, which is like it's like a little play car. It's been like a training car.
Okay.
So I've revamped it a bit. I put a Ford Performance 343 motor in it, so it's got about 550-ish horsepower to the...
Wow, and that's a really light car to have that much
So
horsepower.
it rips, and it's got a ton of torque.
Can I ask if I can be a virtual co-driver with you? I mean, I'm glad I'm prepared because I busted out my old helmet.
Uh-oh, look
I've
at
got
you.
my AJ on here, and this
Nice.
is what I wore when I would be a co-driver drifting. So
Nice.
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, well, let's fire this thing up. I'll send you guys off with a little burnout and a donut and rock
That
and
would
roll.
be great. All right, let's go.
All right.
Love that sound. Thanks for opening up your home and your shop and your garage and doing some burnouts and donuts for us. I mean, honestly, this was the automotive excitement that I've been craving.
Always awesome to see you, and you
You
keep
too.
up the good work, and keep your head up, and everyone out there just keep smiling and put those positive vibes out, and we'll get through this, and be fun having here in no time.